Okay, so I'm finally giving you the update that I keep promising. And I apologize, my laptop went out on me about 3 weeks ago. And so the only way I've been able to communicate with the forum and stuff is through my work PC. And obviously I'm not going to upload videos through work. So anyway, as you can see, I've got the taillights in. And the reverse lights, the license plate bracket is on, the license plate light is on. I mounted a third brake light, which you can see right there. I can zoom in on it. Third brake light's right up tight to the top of the roof at the back, and that's LED, so I think it's going to work really good. It seems fairly bright. If you look down in there, you can see I've kind of got the camera on it. There's an aluminum bracket that I had to build for both sides, and that's to hold the door limiter straps. And that actually gets the strap out away from the bulb seal so that it doesn't run into that, and it still kind of mounts the strap to that 2x2 square tubing. And then, like I've been talking about, there's, mentioned in my post, I've got my windows working, and they work awesome. That's like I said in the post, that's tempered glass. It's shaded a light. It's actually a light gray, which it's a very light tint, but it's enough just to kind of take the bright sunlight down. And I'll operate the windows for you. So, windows going down, back up. They work really nice. And then this switch is obviously for the passenger side. Take this over to the passenger side, and it also has its own switch. I just don't have the inner door panel on along the armrest, but you can see it move here. I can go over and operate it with the switch on the driver's side. See that working? I obviously have the door limiter straps on now. A few of the people were talking about how to get that vintage color, and I saw a few people dye them with RIT dye, which I thought it didn't turn out too bad, but it didn't, to me, give it quite the original color I was looking for. So what I ended up doing is I used baseball glove grease or oil, and I rubbed it on it, and then I warmed it up with a heat gun and kept rubbing coats on, and it really gave it a nice vintage look, I think, and really softened them up, so they're really nice now. You can see how I had to make a bracket right here to mount to the this is the inner door panel frame, and that's what stops your limiter strap. And what else? Oh, the bulb seal. I've got the bulb seals on for the doors. Let me back this up so you can see how the bulb seal comes up and continues in the tempered glass quarter window. Actually acts like the sort of like the lip that presses onto in that area. And it's nice because it kind of cuts down on your blind spot, not using a piece of steel. I'm just actually using the tempered glass, and then it comes up and follows around. You can see where I had to miter them, and I used black super weather strip adhesive on these mitered corners on the top, and then the bottom corner, and then the front corner. Actually, at the you can see at this corner was a little bit more gentle, so I was able to just kind of flex it. So 3 corners are mitered and glued, but it seems all right. I'm fairly happy with it. I wish I could have made it look a little bit cleaner, but I think it's going to work fine. Let's see, what else? Oh, I got my center console is done now. The only thing left to do, obviously, is to have it wrapped with leather, and that's basically what I've been doing, is trying to get everything ready. You can see this opens up, gives me some storage space under here, and there's a magnet that holds it down. I had to build a bezel for my shifter and my emergency brake because they're so close together I couldn't use separate ones. It would have been nice just to be able to buy them, but I just kind of integrated it, designed it, and machined it up. What else? And you can obviously see, I think I talked about this before. Let me make sure the camera is pointed right. So let me actually just bring the camera over to this side so you can see better. So the other thing that I needed to do is I had to fill around these tweeter speaker mounts, because there's actually like a negative draft there and they can't wrap the leather up that. So I used like tiger hair fiberglass body filler, and I filled most of it, and then I used rage gold just to kind of finish smoothing it out. So that turned out pretty good, and all this is going to be wrapped. So right here there's actually a riser for the speaker, and I think I've shown you this before, but I'll show you one more time. So this riser, it's kind of hollowed out in the back, it's aluminum. This actually bolts on from the back side like that, and then the speaker sets in and bolts from the front. And the reason why I had to do that is I needed to move the speaker out because the magnet would have hit the glass. So these risers are for that. Oh, and then one more thing that I wanted to show you. I'm also building a center console for the roof line. Hopefully you can see that. And so that one, what that does is that holds a sunglass cover, or a sunglass door, I should say, and then it holds my dome light assembly. And the dome light assembly is actually out of a Ford Flex. So you can put your sunglasses in, you got your dome light. That actually comes up into this hole and snaps in place. And all of this top will be wrapped with leather also. And then I actually have like a little storage spot back here too. I think that kind of finishes off the center of the roof real nice. So I'm getting a lot closer to being ready to go to the interior shop, so I'm really excited about that. I think that's about it. I believe everybody's seen it with the dash in and the bottom panels. All this stuff gets wrapped in leather. But I'm real happy with it. I thought the quarter windows, everything's turning out really nice. And you're not really sure as you're going along, and you're kind of designing this stuff and hoping that everything turns out good. But you can see the quarter window on this side, and that's also tempered glass. On the inside, let me see if I can zoom over so you can see it a little bit better. So these quarter windows are they're glued in place with windshield urethane, and then they also have 4 screws in them, and the screws pretty much just hold it in place until the urethane sets up. I mean, the screws are sturdy. They're number 8 wood screws screwing into the fiberglass, but really it's the urethane that holds it in place. So, but everything's turning out really good. The dash, and you can see it with the under panels in place, these right here, and then the upper dash. So I'm excited to keep moving on it, and hopefully I can get this finished up and get it to the interior shop and let them work their magic. I'm just doing I'm doing the councils and stuff like that because I know what I want and kind of how I want it to look, so it makes more sense for me to actually build them, and that way I'm not getting charged their labor to build that stuff and trying to convey exactly what I want. So it's worked out good just doing it myself. I still want to, if you look at the A-pillar, I'd like to wrap the A-pillar roll cage, and then where it kind of comes in front of the windshield, it'd be nice to wrap that with a plastic, and I'm playing around with some ABS flat sheet, and it's called hair cell ABS. It's 1/8 inch thick. You can heat it up with a heat gun and mold it. So I'm probably going to try to get that done, and on the sides by the where the bars go back to kind of like where it would be the B pillar, those I think I'm just going to have them wrap them with leather. I think it'll look fine, but I'd like to kind of finish off that front hoop that goes along the A-pillar and the windshield with plastic, and then have that wrapped with leather, because it'll kind of finish off the A-pillars a lot nicer. So anyway, that's about it for the update. I think I kind of covered everything. And again, really excited that the windows work great. So I'm real happy about it, and hopefully I can give you another update soon if I get a little bit more work done. But anyway, hopefully I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.